Hey guys, welcome to Stacks and Stats. I'm your boy Sangeeth, and today I just wanted to make a bit of a personal video outlining my top 5 favorite coins. And there's all kinds of silver out there. There's coins, there's rounds in various pieces, novelty stuff. But I just wanted to go over my top 5 favorite coins. Now, the difference between a coin and a round is just that a coin actually has a face value in some unit of currency, and it's minted by a sovereign nation, usually by a government. And a round does not have a face value and is usually just worth its weight in its bullion. Now, if you're new to this channel, it's a really small channel, but I really would appreciate it if you could like and subscribe. And then let's just get right into it. So guys, in at number 5, it has to go to a coin that I think is gorgeous, and it is going to go to the Ukrainian Archangel Michael. Now, this coin is a little bit rare. You don't come across this one quite often, and it has a very limited mintage depending on the year. Now, this coin was first introduced in 2011, and it is 4/9 fine, and it is minted by the Bank of Ukraine. Now, I think it's one of the most beautiful coins I've ever seen. On the reverse, you have the Archangel Michael, who is seen as a protector, and then on the obverse, you have the Ukrainian coat of arms. And as you can see here translated, it means "for us and the souls of the righteous and the strength of Archangel Michael." Now, the reason why this coin makes in my top 5 list is because I just love the artistry behind this coin. I also think that the Ukrainian coat of arms is pretty badass. And I just love the design and just this beautiful simplistic picture. And as soon as I saw it, I had to get it. Now, the reason why this doesn't make it higher on my list, even though I do find this coin to be one of the most best looking coins I've ever seen, is because the premiums on this coin are really high. They could be upwards of 15%, which is why I don't stack these. I do have a few simply because I can admire how beautiful they are, but this is not something that I would recommend stacking. But just from a purely aesthetic point of view, this has got to be in my top 5 list. All right, and coming in at number 4, it's got to go to the American Silver Eagle, one of my favorite coins to collect. The American Silver Eagle was first introduced in 1986. Now, the reason why this coin makes my top 5 list is because it is the first silver coin I can ever remember laying my eyes on. I remember I was just a kid and I was in a pawn shop and I saw this coin and I didn't know what it was and I just felt like I had to have it. Now, this coin, its design is recognized everywhere. Personally, I think it's simply stunning. I don't personally like coins that are too busy. I like the more simplistic design. For me, when it comes to coin designs, less oftentimes is more. And this coin features a beautiful walking liberty with the American flag around her. And it's arguably one of the best looking coins out there on the market. It is definitely the most recognizable coin worldwide when it comes to all silver bullion. Now, one of my issues, or I guess I could say 2 of my issues with this coin as to why it didn't make it in the top 3, is because this coin is not 4/9 fine. It is only 99.9 fine. I say only, but I mean, that's still extremely pure. That coupled with the fact that this coin tends to lack security features that other coins have. Yes, the American Eagles have the reeded edge, but I mean, when it comes to fakes, the American Silver Eagle is probably the most faked silver coin out there. Now, this coin design, they haven't really changed this design all that much, which some people are critical of, but personally, I disagree with that. I think, why would you change something that is already perfect? I think the United States Mint does not want to compromise the overall look of the coin by implementing like micro engraving or radial lines or something like that. So I think that's a sacrifice that the United States Mint is willing to make to preserve the original look of this coin. All right, coming in at number 3 is going to be the Silver Britannia. Now, the Silver Britannia was introduced in 1977. Now, just like the American Silver Eagle, this coin exudes elegance. The helmet, the trident, the shield. In my opinion, it's just like an absolute representation of what Britain has been for centuries. Now, I love the fact that this coin is 4/9 fine, which is why I made it in my top 3. And I absolutely love the fact that this coin is packed with security features, which doesn't necessarily mean that there aren't fake Britannias out there. There are tons, but the threshold to making plausible good fakes is a lot higher than you would with the American Silver Eagle. Now, you couple that with the lower premiums on Britannias. Like sometimes I've seen Britannias cheaper than domestic coins, and I live in Canada. So, I mean, when you couple the 4/9 fine with the loaded security features and ultra low premiums, this coin had to make it within my top 3 list. In at number 2, this one was a hard one for me. Because rightfully I thought this was going to be number 1, but the more and more I thought about it, it was very close between 1 and 2. But my number 2 favorite coin is going to be the Canadian Silver Maple. Now, the Canadian Silver Maple, it was first introduced in 1988. And I absolutely love the maple. I kind of feel bad putting it in second place. The maple is 4/9 fine, and I love the overall feel of the maple. The maples are a little bit shorter in diameter, but they're also a little bit thicker. And me personally, I like the feel. I know each one of these coins weighs 1 troy ounce, but the maples, because they're a little bit more condensed, I feel like they just have a little bit more heft to them. Now, the Royal Canadian Mint, in my opinion, is by far the best mint out there. This coin is loaded with security features. It's loaded with, it has the radial lines. It also has micro engraving. And not to mention that I think it's 2018, the Royal Canadian Mint has introduced Mint Shield, which prevents these coins from milk spotting. That's not to say it doesn't happen. It does happen, but the amount of milk spotting is dramatically reduced. And these coins have ultra low premiums for what they are. And it's not just domestic. The Canadian maples tend to have low premiums globally. So, I mean, you take all that in, and that's the reason why the silver maple is going to make my number 2 list as my second most favorite silver coin to collect. And at number 1 is going to be the Mexican Libertad. Now, I absolutely adore this coin. It was introduced in 1982, and as you can see on one side, you have the majestic angel. Beautiful angel wings. In my opinion, this is the best looking coin out there, period. It's weird because this coin is not 4/9 fine, and I felt like that should have been a requirement for it to be at least in the top 3. But just based off of how beautiful this coin looks to me, I was able to overlook the fact that it was 3/9 fine. The symbolism behind this coin is also really powerful. It shows the angel holding a broken chain, which represents freedom. And I think that that's what spoke most loudly to me, is just the artist who designed this coin. It was meant to symbolize Mexico's independence and its freedom in the early 1810s. And next to the American Silver Eagle, the obverse of this coin does not have the picture of one of its leaders. It has symbolic and mythological meaning behind it, with multiple designs used to represent Mexico's past. So there you have it, folks. I really would like to hear from you guys in the comments. What are your top 5 favorite coins? Is there anything that you would add in here that you feel that I had missed or overlooked? And if you could like this video, I'd very much appreciate it. Thank you very much. Keep on stacking.